Good morning, good morning. It is the 14th day of February. It is a day of love, St. Valentine's Day. Welcome, I'm Lori, and today I'm actually going to be talking about food and what you're eating, what you're putting into the body as an expression of love. So I hope that you enjoy this. I'm not trying to be preachy. I'm not a dietitian. I am just a regular human who likes to hula hoop and who likes to eat healthy plant-based foods and use essential oils like my passion here today. And I'm a teacher, so I'm here to teach and to share all the good stuff that I have acquired over my years, and hopefully it gives some insight and support to those who are out there looking for a little direction and ways to care better for themselves. That's the whole point of this self-love experience, is just taking really good care of yourself, because if you don't, who is, right? So you are the source of all love. It's all inside of you, and then what you put inside your body is just as important as the clothes that you put on, the oils that you maybe use, the products that you use to care for yourself. But the food that you put into you nourishes you, keeps your body going, gives you energy, and it can actually help you to feel a lot better. It can help you heal. So I just kind of want to touch on some of those things today. Real quick, I am a vegan. I follow a plant-based diet, and I have for the last year. Prior to that, I have been vegetarian for quite some time, and I grew up eating all kinds of junk food and meat and potatoes. I think I'm a pretty typical American in that I grew up eating a lot of microwave meals sometimes, fixing myself a lot of macaroni and cheese. And I definitely ate a lot of fast food growing up. And, I think that convenience has become one of the biggest problems with our diet, especially in the US. Everything's convenient. Everything has to be convenient. Everybody's moving at a million miles a minute. And when it's time to eat, they just want to grab something and go. Most of the time, grab and go is not very nutritious. It's been processed, sometimes highly processed, where all the nutrients are removed. And then you're left with basically some calories and not a lot else. So, I work with children, and one of the things that I really try to recommend is that they track what they're eating. It doesn't have to be super detailed. You can there's plenty of apps that you can track your food intake. MyFitnessPal is one that my husband and me have had good success tracking our movement and our diet with. Also, sometimes if you're trying to avoid like calorie counting, using points, something like Weight Watchers can be really helpful, just to, kind of take the calories out of it, take the guessing out of it, and just tracking what you're eating on a regular basis. But while you're tracking it, trying to notice the patterns, are you a convenience breakfast and lunch? Are you eating out every day for lunch? Because it's convenient, it's easy, it's fast. Or are you cooking? Do you know how to cook? A lot of people don't even know how to cook. So, there's no shame in that. There are cooking classes. There are ways to learn to cook. There's great YouTube videos. There's, like Blue Apron and boxed meals that have instructions with recipes and healthy recipes, helping you to add vegetables and other things into your diet. Those are kind of expensive. So one of the things that I try to do is I just try to eat a salad. I know, so hard. A salad of my liking at least once a day. If I don't have a salad once a day, then some kind of vegetable. Just a big pile of vegetables, green beans, whatever you like. This is what I tell my kids. This is, and I work with kids on the spectrum. So getting them to eat something outside of their regular chicken and fries or pizza or whatever their standard preferred foods are, adding the green vegetables and adding a regular salad can make a huge difference. Also, nutritional and supplement shakes. There's quite a few good varieties out there. And that can, if you're feeling like you're lacking in your diet, adding some supplements can really help. I think that just, taking time to observe what you're eating and to track it, it doesn't have to be forever. You can track it for a week or two and just see maybe where there are some holes and where you might need to spend a little bit more time developing better eating habits. Maybe preparing some meals in advance. That can be kind of fun. It can be a nice activity to do with your partner or with kids. Meals in a jar, salads in a jar. You can, bag lunches, getting creative with sandwiches. There's plenty of ways to go about this. I mean, I think Pinterest is like basically designed all around people just pinning recipes and ideas on how they can make transformation in their lives. So just my number one thing is to observe. Always observe. Take time. Write it down. And write everything down. When you are actually observing what you're eating, you need to track everything. Not forgetting that you had a Snickers bar earlier or whatever, or just leaving it off, because it does make a difference. Now that it's Valentine's Day and I brought up Snickers bars, chocolate, junk food, candy. I have a big sweet tooth and I love chocolate. I keep it in the house pretty regularly, and I like to have a piece every day, but I keep myself on the dark chocolate path. Number one, it's vegan, so there's no milk, fat, or butter in the chocolate that I choose to eat. I try not to eat a whole bar of chocolate, so I like to get like little bars of chocolate. So that then I have portion control, right? I'm not binging on my favorite thing, which is chocolate. So portions, the amount that you're eating. If you can find ways to get smaller sizes so that you're not eating a full package or a big bag of chips or whatever your guilty pleasure is. Just making sure that you're not like binging, going overboard, eating too much. That does happen. We're humans. Sometimes we get on a roll before you know it, the whole bag of chips is gone. That's fine. Go exercise. Like instead of like harping on yourself and not feeding your soul, and instead of telling yourself, I ate the whole bag of chips again, and feeling down on yourself, just pick up your hoop and give it a whirl. The counterbalance to overindulging is to exercise, to move your body, and to change. And a lot of that it starts here. So changing your mind, changing your habits, and then making conscious, mindful decisions about what you're eating and what you're putting into your body is what I think is the most important as far as like real transformation. Honoring the food that you're eating, honoring yourself by eating good food on a daily basis. I eat a lot of carbs. I eat a lot of fresh vegetables. I try to keep it a variety. I don't like to have the same thing every day. Breakfast is a little different for me. I probably eat the same thing for breakfast most days. But lunch, I try and keep it interesting. Dinner, I definitely try and keep it interesting. Lots of salads. Definitely a vegetable every night with dinner. Last night we made air fried Brussels sprouts. Yummy. So, just being creative, we've discovered a lot of vegetables that we maybe didn't eat a lot of before. And I'm also open to trying new products that come on the market. I've been really trying to find a nice creamy replacement non-dairy milk. And I recently found a flax one, which to me, that's awesome. I have dealt with some depression and anxiety in my lifetime. Maybe you have too. And I think that if I eat a lot of sad foods, highly processed, animal products, things that I don't think are as good as they could be, I kind of classify them as sad products. And if I'm eating a lot of sad products, then I tend to end up feeling a lot sadder. Weird. You are what you eat. Eat the vibrant, eat the full, eat the fresh. Those are the foods that are really going to feed your soul, as well as be nutritionally sound and make you feel good in your body. I don't want to preach today. I'm just trying to share information. So, tracking what you're eating, trying to eat more vegetables, more plant-based food items. Taking a meat product out several times a week can make a really big difference, not only in the way you're feeling, but also on your budget, your food budget. Meats are a lot more expensive. And then by slowly decreasing the amount of meat you're eating, you're gonna, the benefits to your heart, the diabetes risk goes down. There's all kinds of benefits. Cancer risk goes down. So just, finding that nice balance in whatever you're doing, whatever you're eating, so you're not eating too much of one thing and not anything of something else. So, just kind of as you're tracking and looking at what you're eating, is there an imbalance? And is there a way for you to bring it back so that it's not completely out of whack? Lots of ways to go about doing that. So supplements, I take a multivitamin regularly. I also drink some herbal teas, and I use the essential oils. There's lots of things that you can put into your body that can make things better, and there's lots of things that you can put into your body to make things worse. Everything in moderation, I think, is one of the biggest keys. Just don't eat everything. Don't eat all beans for a week. That's not gonna feel great. And you don't want to eat like steak every day for a week, because then you're not going to feel great. Same thing if you eat cereal every day. 3 meals a day, you're eating cereal and milk, you're not going to feel great after a couple of days. Healthy movement through your body, through your bowels is, a sign that you're eating a nice, healthy, balanced diet. So if you're having, tummy troubles, check in with your diet. Are you eating too much of something? Is there something that you need to maybe add back into your diet? A lot of people I know struggle with food allergies and with dietary restrictions due to poor gut health, and from who knows what, it could be something that's in the food. It can be something that you come into contact with. We develop all kinds of things as we grow and change. Our bodies are constantly changing. So just being aware that, what you're eating can affect and can change over time. So what you were loving and eating all the time a couple years ago, you might not be able to eat at all anymore. Wheat issues with gluten, a lot of different things come up. Strange allergies seem to be more and more occurring. But just you gotta listen to your body. If you recognize that the last 3 times that you ate cheese and you're really not feeling good afterwards, maybe take a break from eating cheese. Dairy is a huge trigger for a lot of people. They don't even realize it. I know it's creamy, it's delicious. People are just like cheese. But it can wreak really some havoc on your digestive system. So just being aware, being conscious of what you're putting in your body, and enjoying your food. I think that's the thing I want to leave at the end of this little chat is, are you enjoying what you're eating? If you're cooking, when you're adding your ingredients, are you honoring the ingredients? Is there gratitude for the food that you're eating? Are you bringing that joy that you want to see in your life into each meal? I don't know, maybe you grew up where you said grace around the table, blessing the food. I've kind of seen an absence of that in some people's daily lives, as just being thankful for the food that they're eating. And I think that can almost kind of change the energy of the meal. If you pray or bless your food, you're giving thanks, not only honoring your body with these foods, but then you're, grateful for them. I think that has a much more joyful and uplifting effect as you're eating. So honoring the food that you're eating, being making healthy choices, trying to eat more vegetables, less meat products, less dairy, try new things. Try new things. Very exciting, time to be living in. We have access to so many different food products from all over. It's not just what you can get in your local neighborhood, which I do recommend shopping at your local neighborhood for produce. But there are products from, more tropical climates that can be really exciting and fun to add into your diet. So just, trying new foods, maybe trying a new chocolate today. It's Valentine's Day. Treat yourself with a really fine chocolate. See if you notice a difference between a Hershey bar and something that's organic and, earth friendly and made, vegan and, just the highest quality products. See if you notice a difference. I think I do. Again, that's just bringing that mindfulness in, that awareness that what you're putting into your body, that's feeding you, that's nourishing you. So you want to honor it. You don't want to be eating one thing all the time. You want to have a variety, a full spectrum of colors on your plate if you can. If you're eating all white foods, try add some green, some yellow, some purple, some, blue's kind of hard to find, but just a spectrum. There's plenty of red out there, red peppers, apples, yellow, you've got corn, you got a lot of yellow products out there, squash. I'm just thinking of all these beautiful vegetables that are out there, this beautiful rainbow of foods, and if you eat a full rainbow of foods, maybe you too can be a rainbow. I think what you're eating is just as important as what you're doing for your body, as far as like movement practice and, what you eat is just as important as breathing, and drinking lots of water. If you're not drinking enough water, you might be feeling a lot more hungry. So check in with that. If you're feeling, hungry all the time, maybe you're really thirsty. That's a nice little reminder, just to maybe have a sip of water before you dive into the pantry and go looking for your next snack. If anybody has any questions about diet, about going to a plant-based diet, or anything regarding food, about diet, I would love to hear your feedback on what you're doing to eat happy foods and healthy foods, and if there's any programs or plans that you have found that really, really work. I know a lot of people are talking about keto lately, and I think reading up on different diets and plans I think is always good. Knowledge is power, and the more knowledge you have about what you're eating and what it does inside your body, it's a win. So take good care of yourself today. Treat yourself. Be kind to yourself. Love on yourself. Eat healthy foods. Maybe say a little blessing over them. Find gratitude for the opportunity to eat such a delicious meal or such a beautiful chocolate bar. And just surround yourself with love. Every act that you do for yourself today is an act of love. Yeah. That's kind of fun and deep. I like that. So every bite of cereal, every bite of your sandwich, every sip of your coffee, every sip of water that you have today is an act of love. So take good care, love on yourself, eat good, healthy foods, and be mindful of it. Be grateful and share your love wherever you